Tribunal admits Chicago University NYSC certificates in PDP's case against Tinubu. The Presidential Election Petitions Court has accepted certified copies of President Bola Tinubu's academic work records submitted by the PDP and his candidate Atiku Abubakar. Politics Nigeria reports that the documents presented as evidence include President Tinubu's bachelor's certificate from Chicago State University, his NYSC discharge certificate, and a certificate of service from Mobil Oil PLC. During the report proceedings, PDP subpoenaed witness Mike Enahoro Eba revealed details about these documents. He pointed out that Tinubu purportedly obtained them, but surprisingly, they bore the name Bola Adekunle Tinubu. Led by PDP counsel Chris Uche, the witness also submitted forms EC13 and EC9, which are nomination forms, along with letters addressed to the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) as supporting attachments. However, the admissibility of these documents faced objections from the legal representatives of INEC, counsel to President Tinubu Emmanuel Ukala San, and the APC Latif Fagbemi San. And more details are coming. Very interesting. I mean, it's positive for Tinubu because with the rumors floating last year, I don't understand why now that he's president, now he feels the need to prove. I mean, I guess that's a cool move. And now he feels the need to prove that his certificates are real because, Nigerians were like, well, you didn't go to university. I think you got a bachelor's in accounting. And there were just rumors that it was fake. It's this, it's that. He didn't do this. He's not as intelligent as we make him seem. He faked his certificates. And of course, from the last president, Buhari, who only had, a secondary school leaving certificate. That's the highest qualification he has. And he became president. So Nigerians kind of, took that upon themselves to prove that at least for someone that we want leading us, just be qualified and earn it by merit. And so, Nigerians basically decided, we're going to take this upon ourselves. And especially as in the tribunal trying to prove that, or prove against the outcomes of the Nigerian elections, and if Tinubu won, different parties have their different cases, and I think this is one of PDP's. With Labour Party, they're bringing evidence, and they literally brought an IT specialist to look at INEC records and prove that INEC did not actually collate the right results. And INEC has been found to have uploaded pictures of a book rather than the actual paper that was meant to be uploaded. And then you have the APM, who are accusing or basically saying that Tinubu should not be president. Why? Because according to the Electoral Act, the fact that Tinubu's original vice president was disqualified means that Tinubu himself should have been disqualified, not get a new vice presidential candidate. So that is basically their arguments. And we'll see what they're going to say. Today is the 23rd of June. And the court have said by the 30th of June that the APC would bring forth their cases to prove and bring up their defense as to why, they should be where they are. And to be honest, it isn't necessarily the APC. I guess that the APC, yes, is a respondent or a defendant in this case, but it should actually be the INEC that should be on the hot seat, that should be subpoenaed, should be asked the questions, the BVAS, the different portals, IREV, whatever technology they brought to us that they were going to use, they just need to be questioned. I mean, that's just what it is. But for Tinubu, it's funny because they never even tried. That's the thing. It's like they move with the energy as people who are going to win regardless. And then now that they have time, they've gotten to the position. They're like, okay, fine. Let's cater to the individuals and the noise that you guys did. Because I personally thought, wow, this could really be a thing for Tinubu for your application as president, if you falsify documents or, especially with the whole certificate thing, that could, lead to your disqualification in your application. And yeah, that's just what it is. So with Tinubu, potentially could have been disqualified, but obviously that the opposite is the case. But that's very interesting though. We will see. We'll see what happens. And Atiku. I'm not really sure what the PDP's argument is. Because the PDP, I mean, of all parties, claiming that they won the election, yes, I think that is highly unlikely. You can definitely tell that with the Labour Party, they have a case, especially with, prejudice, with the treatment from the government, at the different polling units, the violence that the military literally, use to attack and intimidate and oppress individuals to exercise their right to voting. And of course, INEC as well, with INEC uploading the wrong results, going forward with the process rather than proving if Tinubu actually won the election. Labour Party has a case. The APM have a case because they're bringing up, they're using authority. They're using the Electoral Act 2021 as the authority as to why Tinubu should have been disqualified. Not only doesn't put Tinubu and the party in trouble, it also puts INEC in trouble. So I know that these parties do have a case, but for PDP to bring up the certificate thing, it doesn't really lead to anything. And it's funny because you have senior advocates of Nigeria in this case, and I just can't get over the image of just old individuals that are just participating in play. That's what I just see. It's like, respect for yourselves, please. Like that doesn't make sense. Well, this leads to another news that is breaking. Atiku Abubakar, the candidate of the PDP, has closed his case at the Presidential Elections Petitions Court. I mean, the man obviously has been frustrated. Anyways, it's funny, as I was literally saying, what case does the PDP have? They're just joining numbers. But they really don't have a case, because when drilled, especially as the APC has come out to say, well, the fact of coming up that these certificates are not real, blah, 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 they're actually real because the University of Chicago has approved and said, yes, he came to our university. That's how they verified the certificate. Whether he went or not, we don't know. But the University of Chicago has approved that the certificate is real. And the owner of the certificate is Bola Adekunle Tinubu. But it is Bola Ahmed Tinubu that we know. Maybe he also has a name called Adekunle. Well, it's the Nigerian government. Put what you think about it in the comment section below. And don't forget to like and subscribe.